Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Look, Mom, I'm on TV.
Toilet paper.
Oh, very, how do you mean exactly?
That's what Mr. Bob's needs.
Oh, very good. Well,
Backpacks and toilet paper.
well,
It would be great if you could. Do you have a staff meeting this morning?
I do.
What time are you here till?
I'm here till about 8:15.
Oh, I got so much stuff for you. It's just incredible.
Well,
Of all
I
days.
can't wait to not see it.
I have, among other things, the ranking from worst to first of all-time Stanley Kubrick
You can do it.
film endings.
Endings. Yeah, endings. All right. Interesting.
Yes. So
Cool.
yeah, cool.
I have some definite opinions about that.
Really? I'm shocked. You can stay longer than 8:15.
I cannot.
You can. I saw Linda last night. I got it all greased for you. You're all set. I saw her. We both went to the art museum thing last night.
Nice. Guess where I went?
Oppenheimer again.
No. No.
Harvey.
I need some time. I do want to do that, though. I will get to that. But no, I was across the street from you. I went to Art of Joy.
And?
First time.
I've heard good things.
That's a cool place. Oh my god.
Oh, I've been there, but I mean, how's the music? They have live music on Thursday.
They did have something out back. I had no intention of being outdoors, hence why we went to Art of Joy. Because
Who's we?
it was a few people. You know, I was with
The library gang?
no, it was
Okay.
elevated.
All right. I don't want to. I don't care about your rap. Was it your nerd group?
Pretty nerdy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only circle I run in, Jack.
No shit. Was it your Cine Geek thing?
We were
Cine Geek Squad?
well, you know, no, I was definitely the only representative of that side of things. But
Okay. All right. I don't care.
No,
Good for
but the beverages, the adult and kids, there's something for everybody in that building. What a
There is.
it's like Disney World.
And they have toys upstairs for kids to play, so the parents can drink.
Crazy. It's crazy. I had an old fashioned. They called it Drew's. That's our friend
Drew Hayes.
Yeah, it's his old fashioned recipe. It's sour. I like old fashioned sour, not sweet.
Me too.
Yeah, and it was very good. It was very, very good.
Good.
Yeah, it was fun. And then they let you carry chow in. So I went and walked across the street to Sal's and got a pie, brought that in. I mean, we had a grand old time.
We meet the same people every week at the art museum thing. We've got it down now. We had hors d'oeuvres. I mean, you're encouraged to bring stuff in there too. They always have one food truck.
Who was last night?
The Creperie.
Oh, again,
Moon
yeah, they've
something creperie.
been there a lot. They've been there a lot. This
Yeah,
year.
it's really good. But
It is good.
yeah, and they had I would say it was a New Orleans style jazz band
Oh, nice.
playing.
Cool.
It was great.
Dixieland.
Yeah. That was
Oh,
good.
that-
It was great. And saw it even on a warm night. It was like nobody's going to show up. It was still a lot of people.
Oh, I'm sure it's
great.
happened. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't want to schwitz all
You look,
night.
yeah, you look around. And you can't believe that this is the same climate where it's going to be, in January. Can you imagine sitting out there? For God's sakes,
No.
no, not at all. So interesting shit.
Good stuff.
The heat is a real deal, though. Did you know?
Pretty toasty.
Did you know that heat kills more people every year than hurricanes and tornadoes put together combined?
Well, that's no good.
Yeah,
That's not
in,
going to work.
in an average year. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I gotta
right.
tell you, I am an air conditioning junkie.
I
love air
too.
conditioning.
Yeah,
I crank it in the car.
Yes, the people who rail against it in the car. Oh, it's not fresh air. No, it's cool, dry air.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean,
fantastic
blast your pits, man. Dry them off. And then at my apartment too, I keep that thing on days like in weeks like this, and I'll pay a little more, but I want to pay a little more, and it's 68. I keep it at a frigid 68.
I get it. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not one of them.
No,
I like it.
No,
I love it. I love it.
I'm grateful every time I walk in from. I just like I live in a society where I can be. I mean, I was growing up in Trivers. In air conditioning, and you come from the same era around that I do. Air conditioning wasn't the norm or the standard. I mean, it really wasn't.
It was a big deal when we got it at the Henke house when I was growing up. I don't know how old I was when we got it, but boy, it was a big deal.
It is.
I didn't want to go outside again. That was it. Can we get pizza delivery? Is there pizza delivery yet? And then what could have been invented?
And then they invented MTV. It was like, all right, we got MTV, we got air conditioning, the outdoors and on.
Only they didn't have pre DoorDash. They had in Madison a thing called the Hungry Badger, and it was a service they would you could get a Big Mac delivered. In college, people in college were getting Big Macs delivered.
Pretty smart, pretty smart business for that time.
Russ Meyer is all in on the air conditioning, by the way.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Exactly, and cool and dry, just like us. That's right.
Russ wanted me to point out to you that his name is spelled differently than the soft porn.
That is
Russ
true.
Meyer.
That is true.
And I said, I think RUSS, it's the same.
Thank you, Jack.
I can't believe you've never met him in person. We got to get him on.
I don't think our paths across. No.
Big news for Mr. Bob's. Good news. Really exciting news. They were looking for an executive director. It'd be a part-time deal. Yes. The first paid position because Mr. Bob himself has been leading this charge for so long, and he still is in many ways. We saw Mr. Bob last night. He is a classic. Oh, nice. He is something else. But Dave and Les, two longtime volunteers who are just wonderful people, they have just been named co-executive.
You got not one but two.
You're right. They're married and they're fantastic people. It's such good news for that organization. There they are. They're just lovely people, wonderful. And they're there all the time. They're helping all the time. He drives the truck down. I mean, just really, really nice people. And I believe they're retired, so they have time to devote to this. Nice. So it's really, 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 really good for Mr. Bob's, both the present and the future. So that's a good deal.
Excellent.
Mr. Bob was there last night training. They have quite a youth factor in there. And two of the youths that they've been instrumental, Grace and I can't think of the gentleman's name, but they graduated high school, so they'll be moving on and won't be here. So they're training new people they have youths on the board of directors there. It's just really a great organization.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yep. Java House.
Yes. Let me get my flashy. Here we go.
I
get my strobe.
I made my homemade schlag today with Java House beef. You can't beat it. Can't beat Italian roast from the Java House in an AeroPress. It's just awesome.
Right on.
Fantastic. Can you guess this movie song by the first few words I say?
Here it comes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3.
Oh boy, I do know that. It's not landing.
I was hoping you would know, so I'll have to sing it. This is great.
Okay.
And this has been Java Housed. I changed the lyrics a little bit.
Is this from Willy Wonka? No, I don't think so.
Come with me,
Oh.
and you'll be
It totally is. Okay.
in
Yes.
a world of pure caffeination. Take a look, and you'll see into your caffeination. There's no life I know to compare with pure caffeination. Sipping there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Little lilts there at the end.
Yeah.
I like it. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
little Chamberlain. Yeah,
I feel like Bugs Bunny when
That
you
all-
the operas.
that all started. Oh, yesterday was like the 70th anniversary of Bugs Bunny's first appearance.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there, take that, nerd geek. I
just picked up a new Blu-ray. They've remastered some like 20 shorts,
Oh,
and they look just amazing. Just high definition. It's it's great. So
Excellent.
My kid and I are watching them. I have raised. You cannot charge that I've raised my kids poorly because I've exposed them to ample Warner Brothers cartoons.
That's good. That's one thing you got going for you.
There you go.
But the reason I brought up, I mashed the Java House and Willy Wonka is because Lisa is like the Willy Wonka of beverage concoctions.
Winnie Wonka.
Why do you like boba so much? What is it about boba you like?
Oh, it's fun. it actually Wonka's the right thing because, candy is fun.
Of course, it's the right thing.
And boba is a blast in your mouth.
Okay, there you go. So better than you think of it in that classic scene of Gene Wilder when he finishes that Pure Imagination song and he's drinking out. They start chomping down the cup.
At Art of Joy across the street, they have a some kind of boba booze going on over there.
No. This is not an Art of Joy spot. Back off.
I am merely making the comparison.
No, not allowed. Tomorrow. Skippy Fest. Don't forget Mel's. It's a big fundraiser for Mel's. Starts at 11:30 a.m. Raffle prizes, delicious food, 2 live bands under a tent. Zeno and Joe will kick things off from 2:30 to 6, and then Tangled Lines from 7 to 11.
Yes.
So proceeds, I think it's 25% of everything goes towards Mel's. That is purchased at Skippy Fest. So that's great. And it's supposed to have nice weather tomorrow. Today's supposed to be like not
hot.
So
Still hot, I think,
humid, and off and on storms.
Yep.
So, not that great. Irish singer Sinead O'Connor died. Were you a fan?
I didn't dislike her. She wasn't like tops on my list, but I certainly respected what she did, what she tried to do. I mean, her message was really powerful, and she was she was brave. It's one of those things where she took on the Catholic Church, and then 30 years later, we're like, oh, she was right. So
she had a great voice.
Yeah.
That song, first time I heard Nothing Compares to You, I thought, God, that sounds like a Prince song. Of course, he wrote it.
Yeah.
So, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
No,
she was good. I mean, I think that, again, very talented. She definitely had her share of struggles, as a lot of artists do. But
my greatest memory of Sinead O'Connor was not her herself, but they lampooned her on Saturday Night Live. One of those things when I can't remember who they had playing Sinead, but
I think it was Jan Hooks.
It's when who played Frank Sinatra? He'd sit around.
That would have been originally it was Joe Piscopo, but I don't think this was after Piscopo. So
I think it was Piscopo.
Was it? Okay,
I think so. But
Phil Hartman played him later.
Okay,
yeah, during the Jan Hooks years. Yeah,
he said he would every time he'd call on the actress playing Sinead O'Connor, he'd come up. He'd remember him saying "Sinead," some terrible thing.
Oh, he was awfully. I've seen that sketch. He's like, some bald chick from Dublin here.
yeah, it's hilarious. It's just fantastic.
Well, SNL is where she made her boldest statement, and singing that was Bob Marley's War, and shredded a picture of the Pope. And I was watching live that night, and I just remember, I was pretty young, but I remember thinking, oh, that's going to be in the paper tomorrow.
Here's something else that's in the paper tomorrow,
Yes.
today, and it's something you should pay attention to, Sonny. A shortage of penicillin to treat skyrocketing number of syphilis cases, so dire that U.S. health officials are debating the need to declare a public health emergency, according to people familiar with the matter.
Cupid's little bug is rampant, eh?
It's a deadly sexually transmitted disease because of the supply crunch. Now,
be careful out there.
Behave yourself.
Yeah, let's
keep your little fella tucked in. Unless
keep those knickers around your waist there.
That's right. I know you got to go, but I thought you'd appreciate this.
What is syphilis?
No. This.
Oh.
Fast food restaurants. They're changing the way that they build new restaurants. They're putting them up on second floors and drive through. You can drive under.
Oh, cool! I like that.
Yes. They have one for Chick-fil-A that they're showing, and
nice.
They have, mobile ordering is clearly the focus for speedy pickups. But you can bring a truck like Chipotle has a new one. They call them. You can drive through Chipotle lanes.
Wow.
Which is fantastic. But Chick-fil-A has a literally elevated with a kitchen that sits above a set of 4 drive-through lanes, and it's delivered by.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like delivered.
Well, the pandemic. That sounds like pandemic planning is what that is. They're just ready for the next one.
Wendy's announced it will soon be piloting a program in which small robots travel through a system of pipes to transport your order from the restaurant right up to your car window.
Oh my God!
You don't even have to get out. You can keep your air conditioning on.
C-3PO and R2-D2 showing up at your window. That's crazy. Hello, sir. We brought you your Chipotle burrito. You know what's great about Chipotle? They, the wrapped burritos. They're kind of like football, so you may not even have to stop if there's some really talented quarterbacks. With your window open, you just
I've never eaten at Chipotle.
Oh, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is really good.
Is it better? What's the other?
Qdoba, and I like Chipotle. I do like Chipotle better. Yeah,
I like Qdoba. I've never had Chipotle.
Ooh, they're supposed to be coming to Grafton. I think they're on their way.
My daughter claims that they are the kings of food disease.
They are. Well, because they're really fresh. Most days. By and large, fresh.
That's me, by and large.
Yes. All right, I gotta blow.
Right.
Let me get AJ in this room.
Let's go, AJ.
AJ, good morning.
Boys.
I'm gonna miss the report. I'm so sad.
Say hi to Lola for me.
Bye, y'all.
AJ, get him out of here. AJ, what's going on with you?
What's going on, Jack?
You are.
I am.
There's a lot of sports stuff to talk about on a slow sports day.
I'm in great mood.
Why?
Lots of material today, man.
Well, what happened last night with the Chinooks?
Another L.
Oh, was it close?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
4. So
we don't have to talk about them.
No, they do score a lot of runs. I'll give them that, but their pitching is a little suspect.
A little? If they score a lot of runs and they can't win, that's more than a little suspect.
Well, they gave up 11 last night. So.
Oh. God.
But
double digits is not a good thing.
But Trevor still wants to be on the show. So.
Oh, good. We got to get him on. When does the season end, AJ?
August 12th.
Okay, we'll get him on before the end of the season, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Because he goes back to Missouri then.
He's in Missouri now, and he'll be in Missouri later.
Well,
if they keep losing.
He coaches at Missouri State, so.
Okay. Boy, that's hot. Talk about hot. That's hot and humid.
During his regular season, so yeah.
Well, good for him. He sounds like a busy man.
He was on Fox 6 the other day, talking about the season and talking about his development in Mequon, and it was really cool.
Good. But
we have big news to cross.
Okay.
So
let's hear it.
Let's start with the Brewers. They made a trade yesterday.
Okay.
They traded everyone's clamoring for a little first base help, and they got it yesterday.
You mean a little, like very little, or this will be good?
This will be good.
Okay.
So they traded for Carlos Santana, which Carlos Santana played for the Pirates.
Okay.
Ironically, remember the game where the Brewers played the Pirates and they were up 5-3 in the ninth and lost 7-5?
No, but thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, they did. And it was Santana that hit the walk-off.
Oh, jeez.
So hopefully that gives them a little stability at first base until Roddy gets back. But now you can Santana switch hits, so it should be interesting.
Let's see. Where are
B?
Hang on. They gave the trade. All right. Oh, here it is. The Brewers might just be an initial move to bring thump to their lineup. Santana, whom they'll owe about $2 million for the rest of the way, is a switch hitter who has historically been better against left-handers, but has done more damage this season against righties. He can fill in at first base or DH for Milwaukee, which has a pretty right-handed lineup, with Rowdy Tellez, Garrett Mitchell, and Jesse Winker all on the injured list. GM Matt Arnold said recently he was wary of adding boppers at the expense of team defense. Santana is still a plus defender at first base, even at age 37. Bottom line, Santana is a fine addition for the Brewers. He fits, but the question is, who's next? They gave the Brewers a B-.
Hey, I'll take it. All
right.
I was talking to Vinny yesterday.
Yeah.
Texting with Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
After the trade went down, and he likes it.
After what?
After the trade went down, and he likes it.
He does?
Yeah.
And you like Vinny?
I do like Vinny.
The Athletic put a...
And I trust my source with that as well.
Okay. The projected trade for the Brewers, I think it was the Athletic who said this would be a good trade for both sides. Brewers trade outfielder Garrett Mitchell to the A's for first baseman Tyler Soderstrom. This is before that trade went down.
Before the trade went down.
Yeah. And this is what they said. The Brewers need a long-term solution at first base, preferably a left-handed hitter with 20 to 30 home run power. Soderstrom, have you heard of him, AJ?
No.
A first-round pick in 2020 would be a perfect fit. Last year in the minors, he's only 21 / 267, 324, 501 with 21 doubles, 29 home runs, and 105 RBIs across 3 different levels of the minors. This year, he already hit 20 home runs at AAA when the A's summoned him to the major leagues after the All-Star break. So he's young. He just got called up.
So we want to trade for a first baseman that's younger than our whole team? No.
In return, the A's would get Mitchell, another first-rounder from the 2020 draft. The 24-year-old outfielder is on the injured list and working his way back after undergoing shoulder surgery. That was just a terrible injury. Yeah. He is extremely athletic and can beat you with his speed, defense, and range, but the Brewers could contemplate moving Mitchell because they also have outfielder Jackson Chourio, one of the game's top prospects, on the way. True. And their outfield is currently set with Yelich in left, Weimer in center, and Sal Frelick in right.
That's true. So it depends because they're not going to move Jackson. You know that.
Jackson Chourio?
Yeah, they're not going to move him unless the deal is too rich to be.
Would you trade Jackson Chourio for Shohei Ohtani for the rest of the year?
Ooh.
What would you do it?
No, because no.
I'd do it.
You do it?
Yeah.
They took him off the market.
I know, but I'm just saying if. This is a what if. He could be the difference. He could be the difference between them making the World Series and not.
If you guarantee me a World Series, yeah.
No, there are no guarantees. Just like there's no guarantees that Chourio's going to be a good major leaguer. You just don't know.
Have you watched the new series the Brewers came out with?
The what?
The new TV series the Brewers came out with?
No.
It's called The Freshman. It details the rise of all their minor leaguers.
Okay.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. Okay.
They just had an episode on Jack. So It's on today actually. It's on at 9:30 after the game.
After the game,
Yep.
you stay up late, dude.
No, I won't tonight. I'll watch the game and go to bed. 'Cause we have stuff to do tomorrow at home.
You had stuff to do today. You're on with me.
Yeah, I'm on with you. So
Speaking of Otani, did you hear about his day yesterday?
what did he throw a one hitter and then hit 2 home runs or something like that?
Shohei Otani throws complete game shutout, a one hitter, follows up with 2 home runs in the second game of a doubleheader, which they won.
I wonder if they could just let him throw the whole double hitter. I wonder if his arm would fall.
And you wouldn't trade a prospect for him. Listen to this. At this point, it's almost comical. One day after the Angels took Otani off the trade market, the two-way superstar had himself a day in a doubleheader against Detroit. Otani tossed a complete game shutout when he allowed just 1 hit in the Angels' 6-0 win over the Tigers in Game 1. In the nightcap, he smashed 2 home runs in an 11-4 victory.
You know why I don't want to trade for Otani?
Listen, Otani's twin bill might rank top 10 in the greatest days ever by a baseball player.
Yeah.
He's the first player in 52 years to throw a shutout and hit 2 home runs in the same day. Sonny Siebert last did it in 1971. Otani now has 38 home runs on the season, leading anyway. He also ranks 4th among pitchers in strikeouts. The Angels, this is the important thing. The Angels are just 4 games back of the wild card. They've won 4 straight, and they're tied for the best record in baseball since the All-Star break.
Attaboy.
Do you think they were smart to take him off the market?
Yes.
Well, you'd take him off the market, but you won't trade for him if you could get him.
No.
We can't have it both ways.
No, you know why?
Why? Why?
Because I love Mike Trout, and I secretly want the Angels to make the playoffs, just to see what it'd be like.
If the Angels make the playoffs, will you buy an Angels hat?
I may.
Would you wear it?
The red one, yes.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I mean they have a really cool, simple logo. Just the A with a halo on it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I heard Trout close to coming back. Have you heard, AJ?
I'll fill you in tomorrow. I'll fill you in on Monday.
Okay, all right, sounds good. What was he going to say? I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, I really, and being in Orange County kind of is cool too.
The orange.
They're not exactly in Los Angeles.
Right. But aren't they now the Angels of Los Angeles County or something? Or
yeah,
what are they?
Of Orange County or something.
Orange County, yeah. They've had nothing. We can relate as Brewers fans. The Angels have nothing but heartbreak in their past. Same with the Brewers.
Well, thanks to the Brewers partially because the Brewers knocked the Angels out of the playoffs.
Yep, that one year that they went to the World Series and lost.
Fun fact for you. You know who used to be an Angel?
I'm an Angel now.
Bill Schroeder.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Used to be a Brewer and an Angel.
We're big Bill Schroeder fans.
I am.
And Brian Anderson fans, too. We like both those guys.
Yes, we do. Actually, their whole crew is good.
And they're nice people, which makes a difference.
Sophia is really good. She does a really good job reporting.
Yeah.
She's won an Emmy, so I cannot say anything negative.
Sure you can. If you wanted to. All right.
Yeah.
What else you got for the sports? I got other stuff.
Joe Burrow, a sad day for Cincinnati fans. Oh boy.
Well, it wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be, though.
Somebody said it was Achilles, but I didn't hear that.
It's calf. It's a calf thing.
Good, thank you.
He's gonna be out a couple weeks.
Good. I never like to see quarterbacks go down.
No. Jalen Ramsey got carted off the field yesterday too. The quarterback who just got traded. He has a torn meniscus. He's going to undergo surgery, out 6 to 8 weeks.
Ooh, that's a rough start for them.
It's a rough start, and it's hard to come back from when you use speed and turning and everything is so vital to that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
rough.
right. That is rough. And then did you hear? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you today.
No, that's rough, but it's all right. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah. It's you think about that, and those players, it's so just like that. Everything can change.
So let me get this straight though. Speaking of sports, our everybody's NFC North least favorite running back visited the Jets yesterday.
He visited the Jets, and he's visiting the Patriots this week.
Oh boy. So the two teams I despise now, he's visiting. That's great.
You despise the Patriots? Why do you despise the Patriots?
Belichick.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, what about Aaron Rodgers? This happened while we were off yesterday, but he takes a massive pay cut for the Jets, which you wouldn't do for the Packers.
Yes, you know what I text my brother?
Hmm?
You know what I text my brother?
Hmm.
I hope he gets his ass kicked.
They said the move pretty much guarantees he'll be there at least this year and probably next year.
Yeah. Good boy. Good job, Aaron. Good job. Aaron. Yeah. Aaron, man. We took a picture together, man. How could you do this to us? How could you do this to us? Come on, bro.
AJ's voice is in the upper octave.
I thought we were cool like that, man. Come on now. But give me someone at 75 million.
Yeah, right. How close is he? Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I met him at the PGA when it was in Calder years ago.
Okay.
So.
And you said he was nice.
He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. He was clean cut back then too. So he was more like the New York haircut than the Green Bay haircut. So.
Yeah. Before he went and got goofy, you mean?
Before I went and got all weird, goofy.
Yeah. Well, that stuff goes to people's heads. It won't go to your head when you're a big shot, right?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get into this the other day, but Michigan football is in some trouble.
Why?
Jim Harbaugh is going to get suspended 4 games.
You hear the opponents? They're ridiculous.
I know. It's like East Carolina. I don't even know the full Rutgers. I'll be so happy when they go to no divisions next year.
Do you know why?
Because that way you can play. By the way, when they go to no divisions, it won't be as lopsided in terms of divisions because the East is kind of bad. Besides the top 3.
Well, but the top 3 are pretty good.
Yeah, they
kind of make up for the rest of them.
Yeah, did you see the big news yesterday that came down?
What?
Colorado moving back to the Big 12.
Yep.
Dion in the Big 12. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, they were originally in the Big 12.
Yes, they were.
And then they went to the Pac-12.
Actually, they were originally in the Big 8. Then they were in the Big 12 because they had.
No one expanded. So the Pac-12's in trouble.
Yes, they're going to be back to the Pac-10 pretty soon.
You know, everybody thought the Big 12 was in trouble because they lost Texas and Oklahoma.
But they're adding back in.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised. Watch the key school for the Pac-12 is if they lose Utah, which I don't think they will. But if they lose Utah, they could be in some trouble.
The headline I saw said that Arizona and Arizona State will decide the fate of the Pac-12.
What you think about it? Maybe I would say they might move for basketball, but I don't see them because Arizona and Arizona State, they're not very good at football.
What? They're getting better.
Well, they're not. They're not great, I should say.
Yeah.
They're getting better, but I thought they'd be better with Herm, but Herm wasn't very good.
Yeah, Herm started off hot, and then he got himself into some
trouble.
Yeah. Herm likes to talk about Herm a lot. He's a big.
You play it to win the game.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah. So
Okay. I got some, but we also didn't talk about in college football because it happened yesterday. Jim Leonard, former defensive coordinator of the Badgers. What's he doing, AJ? You brought this up to me.
it's going to Illinois.
And he's going to coach under Brett Bielema.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why do you think? Now, for those who don't remember Jim Leonard, he is a excellent Badger player and was given a lot of credit for the defensive coordinator with the Badgers under. God, I can't think I can picture him. Who was the coach that got canned?
He was under Paul Chryst.
Paul Chryst, who got fired last year.
And then he was the interim coach.
And he was interim coach. And he did well as an interim coach.
He did well, except he lost to Minnesota, which kind of didn't help.
Sealed his fate. And then he wanted to be the Badgers head coach. You can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
And so he applied for it, didn't get it. We got, what do you call him, Coach Fick?
He got offered the DC job, but he didn't want it. So.
And do you blame him for that? Do you blame him for turning on the Badgers and going to Illinois?
Do I blame him for going to Illinois?
Yeah.
100%.
Why?
Because it's Illinois, and I hate Illinois.
Okay, but
for strictly job perspective, no, I can't.
If it were you, would you have done the same thing?
You know, I can't say I wouldn't.
Okay, you're not a politician. You have to answer the question.
No. I know, but I probably would. But not. A lot of people think it's out of spite. You gotta remember there's only 119 teams in college football, so there's only 119 head jobs to go around, and not all of them are on the same level. So to get a job in college football is very hard to do. So I can't really despise Jim Leonard, although I want Phil and Longo to put 60 on him when they play him. But yeah.
Well, Illinois thumped the Badgers last year. That certainly led to Chryst's firing.
Yeah, they did. People forget they thumped him at home. So.
And then didn't Chryst get fired the week after that game?
Yeah, he did.
So Illinois and Brett Bielema have been very instrumental in
very influential in hiring of Luke Fickell.
Of Luke Fickell, and also determining the Badgers' direction.
Right. Exactly. Well, it kind of changed because now Wisconsin now has 13 transfers, including their starting quarterback.
What have you heard? Is that guy doing anything out of practice? They're practicing now. They have to be.
Right? Camp starts August 1st.
August 1st. Okay. Do you know the date of their first game or no?
September 2.
September 2nd. Oh, that's right. Labor Day weekend, you said, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And the big game, the big non-conference game for all you Wisconsin people, I will tie in for you. Wisconsin, Jake Dickert from my hometown is the coach at Washington State.
What's your hometown?
Kohler, Wisconsin.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you've never heard of it. I'm sure you haven't. But he's from my hometown, and he's a point guy. He used to go to my high school when I was younger, and now he's at Washington State as a head coach. So they play Washington State on the road. Now, last year, Dickert came in and beat him. That was the first loss of the season for Wisconsin.
That was a shocker at the time.
It was a shocker at the time. But they actually had a good year.
And the agent went to that, didn't he? And he was... Did you go?
I went to that game.
Yeah. You went?
Yes, I did.
And who did you cheer for in that game?
Wisconsin.
Good. I thought you were going to say Washington State.
No. But I did get to meet the Washington State bus because I got to say hi to Jake. So it was
cool. Is he a nice guy?
He's a really good kid. He's got 3 or 4 kids now, and they live in Pullman. And he's done everything right to get himself into the position. So it's very nice to see him succeed.
And he took over for a fired coach, didn't he?
He took over, not to get political or anything, but it's true. He took over because the coach didn't want to get the COVID vaccine.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that happens.
So he was the DC, and then he got hired on as the head coach. And now he makes about $2 million a year. So it's good.
That's good. Good for him. Hard to get those jobs, and he did a great job for him last year. Wish him continued success after the Badger game.
After the Badger game, right. By the way, the first Badger game was at 2:30 on the second.
Okay. All right. Who is it against? Is that Washington State? Is that the first game?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Which has another Wisconsin tie, because Lance Leipold, the king of Whitewater, won 6 national titles at Whitewater. Well, used to be the coach of Buffalo and put Buffalo on the schedule before he took the job at Kansas.
Where did he go?
Kansas.
Kansas? Okay, so he's done well for himself too.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, speaking of coaches, I'm going to stay in the same sport, but I'm going to a different league, different level. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Football, NFL. Sean Payton.
Basically ripped Nathaniel Hackett, right?
Basically, listen to this. I've got the quotes right here. This was yesterday in an interview with USA Today. He was talking about the state of the team he was given, and he said, and this is quotes directly from him. It doesn't happen often where an NFL team or organization gets embarrassed, Payton said, and that happened here. It might have been one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. That's how bad it was. Oh man, there's so much dirt around that. There's 20 dirty hands for what was allowed, tolerated in the frickin' training rooms, the meeting rooms, the offense. I don't know Hackett. A lot of people had dirt on their hands. It wasn't just Russell Wilson. He didn't just flip. He still has it. This BS that he hit a wall, shoot, they couldn't get a play in. They were 29th in the league in pre-snap penalties on both sides of the ball. Everything I heard about last season, Payton added, we're doing the opposite. Then he was talking about Russell Wilson. He goes on to say, that wasn't his fault. That was the parents who allowed it. That's not an incrimination on him, but an incrimination on the head coach, the GM, the president, and everybody else who watched it all happen.
So he ripped Elway too, huh?
He ripped. Well, no. The president is Damani Leach, and the GM is George Payton.
Oh yeah.
Both of whom he works for right now. And he says part of it was their own fault relative to spending so much effing time trying to win the offseason, the PR, the pomp and circumstance, marching people around and all this stuff. We're not doing any of that. The Jets did that last year. You watch. Hard Knocks, all of it. The Jets did that this year. You watch. Hard Knocks, all of it. I can see it coming. So not only is he roasts them by name, he says now that Hackett's with the Jets, he's giving him the same. He's not leaving Hackett out. He's still going after him.
Oh boy.
And Robert Saleh said, he was like, what are you going to do? Haters going to hate. That's the way it is. And he said, well,
if you don't have haters, you ain't popping. I think
yeah,
we said.
Yes, exactly right. And they play, interestingly enough, even though they're not in the same division, they play this year like the 5th week of the season in Denver.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready.
Right. You think they'll be playing those quotes a few times until then?
I think so. But I can't blame him for what he said because it was true. They were a mess. Would you have named him? I mean, but still, he just went after him by name. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not smart to call out your bosses in the media.
Well, I guess, on the other hand, we constantly say, when they give those lame non-answer answers to questions like Belichick always does, or any of them, they all do it. This is a rare instance where the guy was honest.
It's very honest. I love it. It's very honest.
Yeah, it certainly makes it interesting for everyone. So good for them.
Good on him for saying what all Denver was thinking. Oh.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the Denver reaction, fans.
I hope he gets rid of that "let's ride" BS. That's all I got to say. Enough of Russell Wilson saying "let's ride" after press conference.
Come on, they got to hear that. They got to keep saying it.
They can't. They keep losing. They can't keep saying it.
Well, if the coach says it's the opposite, they won't be saying it this year because they're not going to let it go on. We'll see.
Good.
We'll see. All right. Now I have Oh, go ahead.
One more comment on that. So we
Okay.
get this right. You got Dion and Sean Payton, two of the most charismatic coaches in the same state. I love it.
Two with the two big egos to go along with them. I'm surprised they have room for them in the same state. Those inflated heads.
Exactly.
But they've both been successful.
Yeah,
you can do that stuff. You've been successful.
Although Dion lost 17 players in the transfer portal this year.
He lost 17. How many did he gain?
A lot, including his son and quarterback.
Yep. So he's all right with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough on the players who are pretty much told they're not going to be part of the program when they committed there.
Yeah. Whoops, you're not going to be on our team.
Yeah.
All right, keep going though.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's a tough lesson to learn early on in life for those people that happen to. But you got to figure it out.
Although they can probably go to Jackson State now. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That wasn't a shot.
That was a shot.
I'm sorry.
All right, I have a quiz for you.
Go ahead.
A sports quiz, NBA player quiz.
Oh, yay. I love this.
All right. Just one. It's one question. Guess the correct player. I'm going to give you a multiple choice. It's a multiple choice question. I'm going to talk about a player's career.
Uh-huh.
And then you have 4 choices and see if you get it. Okay?
Is it multi-questions?
No, it's one question. But the question is, can you name the correct retired NBA role player? Yes. And these are your choices, and I'll repeat them after the thing. The choices are Derek Fisher, Kurt Rambis,
yes,
Robert Horry,
yes,
or Steve Kerr.
Yes.
All right. Even though they were role players, they all were pretty famous, well-known role players. So here's what you have to name. What retired NBA role player of those 4, Fisher, Rambis, Horry, and Kerr, had a for their career, averaged 6 points per game, won 5 rings, and played on 6 teams?
So
I'll go through it again. So their career scoring average was 6 points per game.
Yep.
5 championship rings.
Yep.
And played for 6 teams. Now,
Fish. It's not Horry. Horry won 7.
So the choices were that your incorrect one that you just tried, Derek Fisher. So that leaves Kurt Rambis, Horry, or Steve Kerr.
Well, Kerr won 5 with 1 team, so can't be him. It's got to be.
Well, I think AJ, they can win any combination. They played on 6 teams in their career.
Oh,
and they won a total of 5 rings.
Oh yeah, it's Steve.
Steve Kerr is correct. I guessed Horry. I got that wrong.
Horry won 7.
And I would say he had a higher career points per game average, I would bet.
Yeah, he did.
Than 6.
Because he was big shot Bob.
But Kerr didn't win 5 with 1 team.
He won 5 with the Bulls.
No, he was not there for all those, and he won at least 1 playing for San Antonio.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
So I think he may have won 3 with the Bulls, probably.
Imagine that. Steve Kerr, your mentors are Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. Good call. Good call. Good on you for that one.
Good call and good grooming. So he certainly has had success as a head coach.
Yeah, I don't like the Warriors. I'm not going to say I do, but I like Steve Kerr.
Why don't you like the Warriors?
Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a softer spot for the Warriors now because they got all those guys from Milwaukee.
But they just traded Milwaukee. Yeah.
Well, they got Brandon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
They got Brandon Przinski or whatever his name is.
Oh, in the draft?
From St. John's Northwest Military Academy.
Of course, everybody knows that.
He By the way, he went.
You went straight from the military academy to the Warriors?
No, he went. No, we went from St. John's to Santa Clara, and then he went to St. John's Northwest Military Academy in high school.
Okay. The military academy, and now he's in the Warriors. Get it? That's pretty good.
And
Um,
that is good.
You don't like the Warriors. I like the Warriors.
I
mean, I'm a Bucks fan. I never root for them, but
I used to really like Steph when I was
Mhm.
younger,
Mhm.
but then he got more and more vocal with
Mhm.
what he said about his game. Not about anything political, but about his game. He was just like, "I'm the greatest shooter," yada yada yada. And then I got more and more farther away from the about me type thing.
well, he killed the Badgers in the NCAA tournament when he played for
Oh yeah,
Davidson.
he killed my dream that year too.
So that's why you don't like him. You have a deep-seated thing against him
No,
because he
that
played
was-
well against the Badgers.
You know, that was fun to watch. Shout out to Steph. That was fun to watch. But it was.
I just like that it was great. Mark Jackson was the coach. He got canned, and he's a big blowhard. And then every next year, Kirk comes in and wins a championship.
Yeah, right.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was.
And I'm so glad the Bucks didn't hire him. I don't know him. I've never don't know anything about him personally. Just the way he talks as an announcer, I just don't.
By the way, ESPN canned Jeff Van Gundy.
Yes,
I forgot.
yes, they did. And I didn't know he was on. Oh, he did ABC things, but which is owned by they're the same company. Van Gundy. Oh, they also canned Jalen Rose,
Yeah,
of whom I was never a fan.
I was never a fan, but he was married to the girl on First Take,
Oh, was
or is, I think.
is okay. Well, it's always tough on a person, but it's just you only see one side of him as a personality on air,
Yeah.
and I wasn't a fan of him. But that doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Just that it happened. So, all right, what do you got going this weekend, AJ?
I'm going home for the weekend. I got to sign. Mel, remind me, send me a text, Mel. I got to sign 48 more books from Mel because he needs 100 for the pig roast.
Excellent. And the pig roast is like 2 months from yesterday or something.
Yeah, September 24th.
September 24th. Yep. So that's coming up. You better get signing, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Quit putting it off.
Well, I'm halfway through. But most of my books, most of the pile I use for like Mel's and stuff, the big outings, are at home.
Okay, we got to get Bulldog and I both have had a tough week for both doing the shows and being able to do other things connected to the show. So we did not get the Burning Man video put together, but Bulldog has the pieces and he's going to edit something together for
Good
next
stuff.
week.
Cindy will love that.
I know. Cindy did a great job. Even Matt, who's a Cardinals fan, right? Matt, isn't that his
I'm
name?
starting to feel bad for him.
Why?
They suck. They're so
Well,
bad.
so they can't suck badly enough.
They lost to the Cardinals They lost to the Cubs 3 games in a row.
Good.
The Cubs are now 1 game under 500.
Okay. If I would have known they were playing this week, I would have been a Cubs fan this week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, that was quite a thing. Can you believe it's almost a week ago already? It seems. It was.
I love my family. Especially shout out to my little cousin Edison. He's amazing. He's just funny. He's funny. He's got energy. I think he stayed through the entire game.
Did he?
Almost. And
They
he was
beat
awake.
us. I didn't stay for the whole game.
And he was awake too.
Wow. Yeah, he was he was all over the place. It was
He's
great to
into
see.
it, man. He's into it. He's locked and loaded. When he goes to sporting events, he's into it. So
That's what's your cousin's name? Whose child that is?
That's Kristen and Jordan.
Kristen and Jordan. Nice people.
Cool story about Kristen and Jordan. Their in-laws share a driveway back in Kohler. So they grew up across the street from one another.
Wow.
But Kristen and Jordan was in the military. So Jordan Jordan was in the military, so he was. They've known each other for a while, and then they got married. So they got married, but I want to say 7 years ago,
Okay,
right? 8 years ago. So
nice.
Yeah.
And how old is Edison? Do you know?
he's 2.
He's 2. Yeah, he's all over the place. It's great. It's fun.
He's 2 going on 3. But he's going on 6. Because he got so much energy.
I'm so far removed from those days as a parent. I can't tell. I would have guessed like 5. I don't know. I can't do that anymore. I'm beyond that. My kids are still brats, but they're 31 and 24. You know.
There you go.
So there. And Margot had a great time at the tailgate and the game.
I'm sure.
She loved it.
I'm glad she did.
Such nice people.
They were
Your family.
They
You
were
got a lot of
great.
nice. They got a lot of nice people in your family.
They were great.
And fun.
Yeah, they are fun. And they come from all over. Like I had aunts there from aunts and uncles there from Madison. I had a uncle there from Texas.
And what's your cousin Jonathan came from Austin, Texas?
Jonathan came from Austin. Yeah. I rarely see him.
Oh, Randy Miller just corrected you.
What?
Edison's age, he's 3 1/4. He's 3 1/4 years
My
old.
bad, Rand. Thank you.
2? I was closer with 4 or 5.
My bad, Rand. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Is Randy?
That's my uncle.
Yeah, I know, but is Randy Kristen's father by
Yes,
chance?
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
he
sorry.
knows.
I'm sorry, Rand. I'm sorry.
Too late. You blew it.
No, I thought. But it's crazy because he's getting older, and it's crazy. It's just
And it's Randy and Jeannie is his wife, right? Your aunt.
they come to Chinooks games. They're very frequent visitors.
Are they?
Yes, 2 games now they've come to.
It must just be coincidence that you're there.
And by the way, Jack, I'm working on Sunday, and I'm getting my parents to come.
Whoa, that's great. Oh,
Yeah.
Randy had another comment. He says you're not forgiven.
Oh, good.
No, he says it's all okay. No problem.
Okay, good.
So, all right. Well, you have any thoughts to share and any for the weekend while we head out? It's 8:58.
Everyone have a good weekend. Everyone stay cool too, because it's hot out there.
Did you hear that before? What I saw told Bulldog, extreme heat kills more people in an average year than hurricanes
That's amazing.
and tornadoes combined.
That's amazing because you can. And I always was subscribed to the theory: if you start drinking water when it's hot outside, it's too late, because then you're already dehydrated by the heat. So
Drink before you go outside. Water. And I guess like blacktops and sidewalks get so hot in the cities when it's like this that people literally get burns from them. So don't fool around with this stuff. It's just. And if you know someone, if you have an elderly relative or someone who might not. You be concerned about, check on them because you got to make sure they're staying cool, that they're staying hydrated. I'm checking on my mom after we hang up here. Last week I was there and it was 80 degrees in her apartment. And I said, Mom, what's going on? And she's like, well, I don't want to turn on. Oh, no. You turn the AC on.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So
rather be cold than hot. So
yeah. All right. Those are good words. Be careful with the heat. Drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. Go Brewers. They play in Atlanta. It's going to be hot there, I'm sure. If it's hot here, it's got to be
95.
Oh, and humid there.
Yep.
So
no rain though. So it's all good.
So what's your prediction for the weekend series?
2 out of 3.
Lose or win?
Win.
Ooh, okay. I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too.
It would be good. It'd be a change for you to be right.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be nice.
All right. That's all we got. And everybody stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated.
Yes.
Go Brewers. No injuries in the NFL, hopefully, for players. So it's all good. We're turning the corner from the dog days of the summer sports season.
By the way, it's August, by the way, next time I'm there.
No.
Is it?
No. Or you're not showing up on Monday again?
That's all.
Monday's the 31st.
Oh, Monday's the 31st. That's right. That's right.
Last day of July.
Yeah.
Tuesday is the 1st of August, but it's coming, man. It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So, all right, our last month of summer coming up, dude.
What is it,
Buckle
go
up.
ahead.
We're heading into a good sports time of year too.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
We didn't
go
talk.
ahead.
We didn't talk about the World Cup.
Oh, we did that yesterday, the other day.
Yeah, but we weren't on air. You're more concerned than most people are about this U.S. women's team, correct?
I am correct. I am concerned.
Portugal won, so
I know that's what concerns me.
they play the U.S. on, what is it, Tuesday? You said it. Tuesday?
Monday night. It's like Tuesday at 2 a.m.
Okay, yeah, and you're staying up for that.
Heck no.
Where's your dedication, AJ?
All right, it's called Watch the Highlights.
We'll be able to talk about that on Monday. This week we also didn't even get to. Monday was the 40th. I can't believe it. The 40th anniversary of the George Brett Pine Tar Bat incident.
We'll get to that on Monday for sure.
Yeah, I sent Bulldog the video. So anyway, have a great weekend, y'all. Thanks again to everyone in your family for the Burning Man tailgate. It was a lot of fun. Cool people, fun people. Good luck to the agent and Lisa. They're stuck with you this weekend. That's not going to be easy for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know it's
Clearly. All right, AJ. Have a great weekend. See you, everybody.
All right,
Stay cool.
We'll
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.